So Godox very kindly sent me this package, the IT32. And in today's video, we're going to be testing this out. I'm going to be unboxing it now, and then later on tonight, I am headed to a gig at the Warehouse Project, which is my usual kind of weekly work throughout the winter. If you guys haven't seen that work already, I share it a lot on Instagram, I share it a lot on this channel. And I'm going to be testing this wirelessly in the venue. I figured that this would be quite a good test on firing times, on power, and also on how well the trigger connects to the camera. A lot of people use wireless flash in club photography because they're very low light situations, and sometimes just having that little extra bit of light to help you out when the light is super low can be very useful. It's not actually anything I have ever done before, and I'm really excited to give it a go because it's something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. So a big thank you to Godox for sending me this flash. We're gonna have a look at what's in the box now, and hopefully we'll get some cool stuff with it tonight. So this is the IT32 itself. And as you can see, it is very small, very nice and lightweight. It's got an articulating head. So this goes up to like 90 degrees angle. I'll probably be using it at around a 90-degree angle today. I'm going to try and clip it onto the side of the DJ booth. On here we have a little screen. So if I turn it on, slide up or rotate the dial to unlock. Here we go. So we can put it on TTL. Let's have a look how we cycle through. Oh, it's touchscreen, which is really nice. So that's manual. Has a modeling lamp as well, which you can turn up the brightness on that bit there. And this is going to be important. Press and hold set to unlock, so I can lock it when it's on the side and no one's going to be messing it up. That's a really nice little size. It's going to be quite discreet on the side of the booth. Oh, that's actually magnetic, so that's really nice. So there's this little strip here, and this bit here, it just pops on really easily. Another thing I love about Godox flashes, USB-C charging. So handy because I always have a USB-C cable with me when I'm shooting these kind of gigs. So that's really nice. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to a magic arm or a clamp from Small Rig. The only thing I would be maybe wary of is that since this is so easy to attach and magnetic, it could maybe be stolen more easily. I'm going to pretty much be in the room the whole night, so I should be able to see if anyone has their hands on it. But this is most likely going to be the setup tonight. I'm going to clip this bit onto the booth and have this side on. It also comes with a lovely little Godox carry case, a USB-C charger, and also this little diffusion dish that just pops over the front. I don't know if I'm going to use the diffusion dish. I'll see how bright it looks when I get there. Okay, so that should have been really self-explanatory to me, but these are actually magnetic filters. So this is an orange filter, like a half-stop orange, and it should just clip on. There we go. So this one is a half-stop orange, and this one is a full-stop orange. So I guess if you want a bit of a warmer light, you can use these filters. I'm going to take them with me and give it a go. Don't know if I'll use them. And then here we have the actual trigger. This is also magnetic, so you can fit the actual flash onto the trigger that then goes onto your hot shoe. Okay, so you can actually change the setting of this on here too, which is cool. There's no way for me to trigger it without a camera, so I'll have to go and get a camera. But I believe that's all connected. I'm going to keep those together for the time being, just whilst I'm traveling, and then give them a proper look at the venue. But tonight's test should be a good test of how well the trigger system works, how far back I can be from the flash for the trigger to work, the firing time, the brightness. It should be a pretty good all-round review. So I will see you guys in a couple of days once I've used the flash. We can have a look at some of the results.
So I am back now from 2 nights shooting with the Godox IT32. The first night was a night at the warehouse project. It was the Prosper night, so a few DJs beforehand, Prosper headlined. And then the second night was a similar kind of vibe, but with DoD headlining. Both were in the same venue, in the same room. So a lot of the photos will look very similar. There were some slight differences. For the first night, I mounted this on the left-hand side of the booth without this amber filter. It was just the white light with the diffusion cap. Then on the second night, I put this amber filter on. I didn't notice that it made much of a difference, but maybe it kind of blended in a little bit better than the pure white light. I mounted it using this magic arm. So this magic arm has a clamp on one side, which I was able to clamp to the side of the booth, and then on the top has the mount for the flash. At first I was worried that this wouldn't be strong enough, so I did buy another clamp, but I ended up just using this because this is so small and light. It fits really easily. Let me take the trigger off. It fits really easily. It's obviously magnetic, so it just pops on very easily. I used it at a 90-degree angle, and it was useful to have a magic arm instead of just a clamp because it meant I could just move it a little bit more freely and have it exactly where I wanted it. One of the great things about the IT32 is that it does come with this trigger. So I used it entirely throughout the night as a wireless flash. This was on my camera body and the flash was mounted to the booth. So this works with a Sony body, and the great thing about this whole system is that if I was to change camera, I would just need to change the trigger. So you can get Canon, Nikon, Fuji, etc. little mounts that then mean you can use this flash with different bodies. All you have to do is replace this little item. And I believe that you could still use it in manual mode on different cameras, but if you want to shoot with TTL, you will need one that corresponds with your camera body. Talking of TTL, I originally wasn't going to use any TTL settings. I was going to shoot it completely manual, and I started off on the first night doing so. But what I noticed was, although you can change the power output on this trigger, so it has a plus and a minus, I wasn't stood next to the flash screen to be able to see actually what that was doing. So if I knocked it or if I pressed it and hadn't like counted in my head, like done the mental maths, then I didn't actually know what power the flash was on, and it was a lot of guesswork. I just decided to shoot TTL and then control the output with my flash exposure compensation on my camera rather than having to go back up to the flash and see what I was doing every time. That just worked a lot better for the workflow, and I kind of got into a good way of using it. Occasionally I would put this in my bag. I have this moment like carry bag that I always have during events, just so that I could use the camera without using the flash. Then the flash did go to sleep during that time, which meant I would have to go back to the booth and just kind of reawaken it before using it, but I didn't really mind that because it meant obviously the battery lasted. It is USB-C chargeable, and I did not have to charge it. It like was pretty good. So if I have a look, the first night I started, it wasn't even fully charged and it lasted me all night. Then the second night I charged it full and did a whole 8-hour shift, and I can see now I've still got 2 bars left on here. I haven't used it since. So the battery life is really good on this, given that I was pretty much using it non-stop for 8 hours, you know, give or take maybe a few instances where I was shooting without it. I've seen a lot of reviews using this little flash for fashion work, you know, the sort of work that they probably designed this for. And, you know, I obviously shoot a lot of fashion, and that's great to know that this does hold up in that setting. But for me, I was most interested in testing it in a live music scenario, and I'm absolutely like so happy with the way it performed. It just helped in order to like create a little bit of a side light or bit of definition where I needed it in the instances where the light wasn't that strong, or if I wanted to backlight and just create a little bit more depth. There were instances where there was like basically no light whatsoever, and this really saved me in those instances. I would say that it is quite bright, and when you're in a setting like that and there is a lot of haze sometimes, flash can be a bit annoying because it reflects off of it. And I did have that in a few instances where it was so bright that even when I was shooting from a distance, you could still see this like kind of overwhelming light, which is why I didn't use it throughout all of my photos all night. But I also tested the distance. So even when I was right at the back of the room, the trigger and the flash still spoke to each other pretty seamlessly. In terms of firing, I was shooting on a continuous shutter and firing off those shots, and this held up. I didn't have really much problem at all with the recycle time. It could keep up with the speed that I was shooting at. So 100% if you are looking for a little flash for this type of music work, I would definitely recommend. Next up for me will be testing this as an on-camera flash, and I will also be using it in more kind of like fashion stuff in the new year now that the club season has come to an end. But a big thank you to Godox for sending me this out. I genuinely am so impressed with it and really looking forward to using it more in the new year. I'm going to link it in the description if you guys are interested in getting your hands on it. But I hope you enjoyed this real world review using this in music photography. I also want to say a massive happy new year to everyone who is watching this channel. 2025 has been an amazing one, and I thank you guys so much for sticking with me throughout this year, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens in 2026. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.